me see if it loaded up on YouTube.
Okay. Sure. Do we need to jump over there? Or are we going to stay right where we're at?
Oh, it's already added. It's already added, bro.
Okay.
We literally need to just jump. Yes. There we go. Yeah, we're over there now. See, I just did a hop. There we go.
Hold on. I'm going to do this too. Let me see if I can just delete the damn Rumble.
Since there ain't nobody over there. Well, Mama D's over there. I mean,
too late. We are on YouTube.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Rumble's kind of been acting a little wonky lately. There it is. And see, that loaded up quick because Hillbilly does not have Rumble. Several people don't. And we talked about this the other night, T, is about maybe doing a Rumble once every 2 weeks or something like that because, well, you know.
Well, Rumble's a pain in the ass anyways because you got to do a bunch of coding to get StreamYard to work with it, right?
Yeah, I have to code the link every single time.
Yeah,
I can't, and the link changes every single live, so I can't just like YouTube. It goes to the same location every time.
Right.
Let me post this all over the place.
Okay. I mean, let's face it. The YouTube platform works better. It's just,
they're just liberal as shit, though.
Well, Elon needs to do a drive-by and, put the boot to a few folks.
Well, I've been kind of looking into it, and they're actually kind of backing off of people. I think they kind of see what's coming. The same thing with the New York Times. I don't know if y'all have seen that, but the New York Times is actually covering the whole Biden situation now. And ain't that the one that Bezos owns?
I think he does.
I actually read that today.
Yeah, he owns a bunch of shit.
Yeah, so I mean, he's kind of mad at the current administration as well. So maybe he's gonna jump on the bandwagon.
Did you see where? Well, first off, I didn't realize Elon Musk had Asperger's. I had no idea. But did you see where he said that he's always voted Democrat because they were the nicer party, and since all of this, he can't support them, and starting this year, he will vote Republican.
Yeah.
Hillbilly may be right. It might be Washington Post, but Bezos does own at least one newspaper, a major newspaper. I don't remember which one it is. But, again, the country is a perpetual dumpster fire, and it's only going to get worse. I mean, I don't know what to say,
Yes, he's right. Washington Post.
Okay. Well, that's a left-wing rag right there.
Yeah.
Or it was.
Hillbillies all over it. But so, Elon Musk, he's jumping, and that's good. I mean, people need to come on over to the conservative side, because the water's nice.
It is, and it's got good filtration.
Right. Because we tend to pump the shit out of the pool pretty much daily.
Yeah.
We try to.
We like to be able to see where our feet are walking. So.
I don't know what Jay's got going on, man. He's in and out.
Well, he said that they're under a tornado issue or watch where he's at. So the weather could be interfering with him too. Because he has not got a good connection where he's at.
Yeah, cool. Let me go over here and end something. And I'm going to see if I can boost y'all's all right, Sax Man.
Yes, sir.
All right, I was just doing a test, man, see if I can do better. I just boosted the bandwidth a little bit. that way y'all can draw off of mine. See if that clear things up. But anyway, yeah. So those of you that are in the chat, we were over on Rumble, and we decided to switch over here because it is easier access. Although YouTube's a little bit stringent on things, I don't think we're going to get too out of hand tonight anyway.
No.
So we just decided to come over here. It is a little easier to maneuver, and we get better interaction with the chat.
Yep.
Rather than watching 3 or 4 screens at one time, so we can flow. But anyway, so we're talking about these gas prices going into the double digits. They're predicting that gas stations are already changing over. I mean, it's just a hellfire right now, dumpster fire, as somebody said earlier. It's just chaotic, and you're looking at an economic collapse, and it's coming. People need to prepare for that. Y'all's mods, what I say?
No.
Oh yeah. What are you gonna do?
What are we going to do as far as preparation?
What is that? Folks just can't afford to go to work.
Well, that's what's going to happen. You're basically going to put everybody out of work because nobody's going to afford. I mean, unless you're going to start running a damn stagecoach, got your team of damn horses, then I don't know what the hell you're going to do because nobody's going to be able to afford fuel.
I looked it up today and I did some calculations, and y'all know how I am about, doing calculations and shit. I won't leave nothing alone, but I looked at it today, going over it again. I could actually, me and several other people that work with me could take like a $9 pay cut right now and work closer to home and be better off.
Right.
So,
well, here's the thing. You think of it this way.
No, it kind of seems. So sorry.
No, go ahead. What are you going to say?
It's kind of engineered when you've got a virus going around. Everybody gets on lockdown. You got $10, $15 gas. And here comes government to the rescue. It just seems very engineered.
Well, the government, if it gets to $10 or $15 a gallon gas, the government ain't gonna be able to rescue anything because it's gonna be in flames. What are they gonna rescue?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing.
But I mean that furthers you down the socialist hole there.
The socialist.
Okay, well you can't afford to go to work, so
yeah,
we're gonna basically subsidize you.
Yeah, but what are they going to subsidize us with? Unicorn farts and fairy dust? Because they're not going to have no damn money. Yeah, but if the money has no value, if the money has no value and they've crashed the economy, I mean, you can print all the money, you can print all the monopoly money all day long, but who's going to be able to afford a $20 loaf of fucking bread?
Yes, it ain't going to be worth a shit.
Oh, no, we're speaking the same language here. I'm just saying, it's only worth as much as they say. So,
well, you remember a while back, I had mentioned it on here, right? That what the government's plan is they're gonna get shit so high you can't afford it, and then they're going to start threatening to take everything you got, and then the only option you're going to have is to turn over what you have to the government, right? They're going to come in and say, hey, we're going to rescue you. We're here to help. And then you're going to fall under their rule, just like communist China, right? So nobody in China owns anything they live in, just so y'all are aware. I don't know if you know that. Okay. The government owns all of the complexes, all of the buildings, so they get their cut, right? So they come in and they say, okay, all y'all get your ass up. We're going to work today for $1.40. You ain't got no choice. You're going to work 90 hours this week if you want to stay living in there with your, hanging ass hot water heater and shit, just stupid shit. but it's coming. It's coming, and it works for China, and I can see the U.S. trying to kind of maneuver in that direction, and I just don't know. An economic collapse is going to be devastating to everyone.
Yeah,
except for the government.
Well, but if they push it too far, this goes back to the comment I've been pushing past couple of lives. At what point does the Fed push the envelope too far? There's a point of no return, and when they push it that far, what happens is there's nothing for them to retrieve or save because it's now out of their control. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's snowballed. They've created such a dumpster fire, they don't have enough fire extinguishers. So what's going to happen is what they've created is going to actually envelope them as well. What they were trying to create, they in fact went too far, and now everything collapses. There's nothing for them to salvage because they destroyed it. So, yeah, they can try and put a government in place to pick up the pieces, but think of how, I mean, you're talking about going back to feudal society. I mean, how the hell would that work?
It's not going to work. The pace,
No.
The pace that the United States works at now, and the population. We're not talking about the 50s, y'all. I mean, the 50s we were at what, 90 million population, something like that.
Yeah,
we're over. We're north of 350 million now, not counting the illegals.
Exactly.
Right. So the pace that the United States moves at now, it just won't be able to handle it.
No.
There's no way.
No.
Small town survival is just not going to be there anymore. Back then you could go down to the store and buy you some freshly ground meal and stuff like that. That just doesn't happen anymore. And I mean, some people may happen to live where they have access to what I call homegrown materials, right? Milk, cream,
yep.
Wheat, corn, whatever the case may be. But that's not going to last forever, because as soon as those people can't get supplies to self-sustain, then there goes your supply.
Exactly.
And that's what we're going to run into, is when fuel gets so high that trucking companies just can't afford it. They will not be able to afford it, because the end buyer is not going to be able to afford for all this merchandise, right? So it's just going to roll downhill. You're going to have major trucking companies that just drop out. And it's going to come so catastrophically that people's just not going to be ready. I would like to think I'm ready. I'm not. Okay. The moment that anybody thinks they're ready, they're not.
You better reevaluate.
Yeah, you got to keep pushing. And we've talked about it for a year. I looked at a video. We put our first YouTube video on here a long time ago. We've been doing this since, I think, hell, I can't even remember. But I looked at some of our old videos that are stored on here, and we talked about this stuff already 6 months ago.
Yeah. We could see the smoke on the horizon, We all hoped it wasn't going to be this. I don't think any of us saw this level of utter, hell, I don't even know what to call it.
Humiliation.
Okay, we'll run with that. But
fuckery.
Fuckery's a good one. But I don't know. I would never thought it was going to get this bad. I really wouldn't have. Here's where my mind's at with this. I think what's going to happen, and I hope I'm wrong on many, many, many fronts, but I think what's going to happen, this is going to continue to deteriorate and spin out of control. Because even if they let them start drilling, open up the XL pipeline, whatever, which goes completely against the going green fucktard agenda, it's going to be too little too late, because they've done the damage. It will take months to rebound back from the destruction they've caused. So that being said, I think what they're going to do is, when it gets so bad that it's completely beyond their scope of controlling, they will try and suspend the Constitution and put our ass under martial law and use military to try and rein things in.
Yeah, and then you got a permanent fixture for a president during that time.
Yeah, but I don't even know if that's going to work, because when it gets that bad, and I truly hope I'm wrong, but you know me, I'm negative Nancy here. If it gets that bad, I mean, I don't think that's going to be able to. The military, okay, the military are made up of enlisted U.S. citizens. They're going to be going through the same shit in their hometown, their neighborhood, their families. Think this through.
No, you're right. You're right. Like we talked about this too, as far as the law and shit, you know, they're going to be all gung ho for a week, you know, trying to help out. And then they're going to be like, well, shit, I need to stay home. I need to take care of mine. And then all these safe havens that we have is going to go away completely.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can forget social services. 911 is going to be out the window. You better know a damn veterinarian. Hey, just saying. Tell me I'm wrong.
I like Hillbilly's statement there.
Well, it's going to be like Katrina. Remember National Guard out there taking everybody's freaking guns and everything? And see, they were all like, no, this is wrong. We shouldn't be doing this. This is absolutely wrong. And they regretted every bit of it.
Yeah.
Whether they remember that.
But you're talking about a whole different level of fuckery now. Okay. That was just a hurricane in a region. Okay. Yeah. Imagine a nationwide dumpster fire, and you're trying to roll out all the fucking National Guard and all the armed forces you got across the world. You're trying to bring everybody back here to maintain the peace because you've let the fucking country collapse.
At what point does the UN come in?
Well, I'm going to tell you like this. I've always heard that blue is, it attracts copper. It attracts copper for some reason.
Blue hat's good target.
It attracts a lot of copper.
If it got that bad that you have some folks in the military who would just quell that.
Well, you got to look at it this way too. If the military got involved in something like this, and again, this is all speculation. If you thought you were going to mobilize the military on U.S. soil, which we already know violates the Constitution, but if you suspended it, they don't give a fuck. They ignore the Constitution now. But if you mobilize military on U.S. soil to do that, I mean, you're going to have the military will collapse too, because you're going to have factions that break off in the military because they're not going to do unlawful orders. And if you got any command in there that's got some backbone and some balls, they're going to say, this is fucking wrong. And you're going to see entire units say, fuck you. And then what's going to happen? Just saying.
Yeah, and hopefully before then you would actually have, a better rise of, that, I don't want to say the militia state, but, your militia a part in that. Basically, defending the citizenry from the government.
Right.
The whole thing, man.
Exactly. I mean, there's just so many facets here that could happen. Things could go wrong.
But,
and I honestly believe that the government in the 11th hour will try to suspend the Constitution and mobilize the military here on our soil. You mark my words. If it gets that bad, wait and see.
Yeah. I mean, anything's a possibility now. I think, what you're talking about there, we're set up to do it. We had years and years. Well, to get ready for something like that.
Well, like I said, every night I go to bed and I always, every night I pray to God to please help right this ship. And, I don't know if something's going to happen beyond our control that helps to right it. I hope. But, or is he going to give individuals the wherewithal, testicular fortitude, and the knowledge to do what needs to be done? That's the question.
I know it's hard, y'all, but
It is.
and some part of me saying that we need this to happen, but there's a fear there for the good people, because not everybody can, fend for themselves. You got to think about nursing homes. Let's talk about nursing homes. People that are bedridden, hospitals, stuff like that, right?
Yep.
So, even many people that are, have the body capabilities to go into action may not have the knowledge. And I mean, that's just a fact. You can't have thousands of people going out to the damn park trying to plant zucchinis and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you never paid any attention to it, when they film catastrophic movies, it's always in a city.
Yeah, because that's where it's going to fall
Disaster
apart
zucchini.
first.
That's where the shit's going to hit the fan first.
Yeah.
You don't ever see them talking about, a damn alien spaceship or some catastrophic event happening out in the middle of damn nowhere.
No.
It's always a city. And if any of you live in the city, I hate it. I mean, because you're going to get hit first, because your food and everything like that is commerce, right? It comes in on delivery trucks. And I don't know what the hell they're going to do up in New York and shit when they can't get their fucking Mai Tais and fucking scones. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. Be pretty rough when they can't get their double cream top latte frappe Moose Lounge milk and aid. I don't know.
They'll blame Trump. That's his fault.
That's a hell of
Orange man bad. I mean, I don't know. For anybody, you're right. In the city, there's no way for you to prepare in any way you can't prepare the scope you need to, because you're packed in there like a bunch of damn rats. Okay. You can't grow nothing. You don't have the space. You can't stockpile shit because you don't have the space. Plus, because you're packed in there so closely together, if you did have anything stockpiled, or you were growing shit, say on your balcony or on the roof or wherever the hell you're at, every fucking body in every building around you knows what you have.
Well, and not only that, if you got an economic collapse, you're not going to have funds to be able to maintain the rent for that location.
No. Not that rent's going to be important, but just.
Yeah, at that point it won't be. But you're right, man. Especially in this country.
Yeah.
Something like that would look like. I mean, 20 some odd miles away, 4 million people, and where are they going to go?
They're going to head to the
guarantee
suburbs.
you, after a month or so, there won't be 4 million people there.
Oh no! What'll happen is the inner cities will collapse, turn to straight anarchy, you can forget the city police, state police, whoever get involved, because they're going to be busy putting out fires everywhere else, or just not at work. And you're right. You'll have massive loss of life right there off the get-go. And then what'll happen when they run out of shit to loot and burn and steal and pillage, they'll start filtering out to the suburbs. And who knows what kind of hell that'll be. You know.
Oh, that'll be a fucking bloodbath.
Well, yeah, but you know, the problem with the suburbs are you got, depending on what suburbs you're in,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
It may be like you're in fucking Beirut. So,
Right.
I don't know. You know, we and you have discussed this at length, you know, and you know the situation where we're at. And there's no good answer or solution. All you can say is buckle up, hold on, and pray. That's it. And Hillbilly, you're right. There will be violence everywhere. It'll be like a cross between Mad Max and freaking, oh, hell, I don't know. It won't be
There you
pleasant.
go. That's a peek into the future right there.
Yeah, I can believe that.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. But see, when it gets to that point, there's nothing for the government to save. They've pushed it to the brink of no return. And what will happen is if we do get a government rebuilt, it will be a puppet government from a foreign entity. Because what they'll do is they'll roll in with humanitarian aid and peacekeepers. And the sheeple that are left will flock to them thinking they'll get their TVs and their spas and their lattes and Starbucks back if they do this. And you'll have a government put in place that's in fact a proxy government for, say, China, Russia, wherever. I mean, think about it. It's been getting done for forever. I mean, the British have done it. We've done it. Every other damn country on the planet's done it. You know, I can see that being an outcome as well.
Oh yeah, your biggest biggest offender there is definitely going to be China.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, shit, they've swaths of Africa, big swaths of you don't ever hear about it, but do a little research. But you know, they've done kind of the same thing. They're like a bad, you know, big bad creditor, kind of subsidize a place. You can't. Oh, we're just going to take that.
Patriot Nation, you're absolutely right. This is something that most Americans are clueless. They don't know what they're stepping off into. I guarantee you, all them fucktards you see with the ninja costumes on, they're throwing cans of soup at people and bitching and moaning and carrying the little fucking trash can shields. If they could grasp what they've helped, because they've got a hand in this too, all this social justice woke bullshit. They have no idea what they've helped light a fire to. And those some bitches are going to dry up and blow away when they can't get their damn Hot Pockets and, you know, their PlayStations and whatever the fuck else they use. They're not going to know how to function because they've probably never read a damn book. And
the EBT card don't work.
Nope. It's going to be hard to get damn food for them children's. So, I mean, I don't know. And Jay, you're right. It will be a divided nation. You'll have the ones that roll over. Like, you know, California is a beautiful state, but it's run by a bunch of fucktards. Been there, done that. They would be more than happy to roll over and tell China, where would you like to build your palace? we'll be happy to give you that room. We'll use eminent domain and just give you downtown Los Angeles, and you do what you want to do. But the Midwest, the South, if there's enough of us left, we might have something a little bit different to say. Like, yeah, we're not doing that. So, but yeah, I can see the Eastern Seaboard rolling over, and I can see the West Coast rolling over. No problem, because they all, they're not going to know how to function. They're not going to be able to maintain or support their populace in any way, size, shape, or form. So when the humanitarian aid gets there, they're going to greet them with open arms and give them anything they want.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to dominate, Vanguard. Jump in there.
No, y'all good, man. I talk enough. Hey, what's up, Sawyer?
Hey.
It's a shit storm, y'all.
Yeah, it
Absolutely.
really is.
I don't see a great hope coming. Because even if they change administration, in the next election, it's going to take so much to repair this. It's not going to be a fast action. But I mean, yeah, right there, Jay. Y'all remember me saying this last week that evolution is revolution. It's all going to end up back in the South, and that's not a racist comment. I'm just telling you that it is well known that the southern states are the producer for food, and I mean it's just hands down. So the thing is less populated too in some areas, but however, it's going to go back to the way it was. You're going to have the certain areas that's going to be dominating the scene, right? And then you're going to have somebody that wants all of it. They're going to come in and try to take it. And I don't think it's going to fare well because nobody's going to send telegrams and warn you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to use what's in the background right here. And that's going to be the answer. That's going to be your trade as well.
Yep.
That'll be more valuable than any dollar bill.
Yep.
Amen.
That's it.
So yeah, you're right. Nobody learns from history. All they want to do is take down statues instead of actually looking into history and see what it means and where it came from. Mistakes were made all over the world. That's why you've got empires that have fallen. I mean, you look at Rome. Rome was one of the biggest and most prominent societies in the history of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And where are they at now? They're not
a bunch of ruins. They're cool to visit.
Yeah. I mean, they got a couple cool armless statues and shit and some broken bricks, but that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Egypt. Egypt was the richest in the world, technology, the most technical advanced civilization of their time. What do they have now? Ruins.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, and if you look at it, and I don't want to put it out there, but I'll kind of code this the best way I can, is if you look at the history of Rome, things started getting implemented into place, sodomy, looterage, robbery, murder, and shit like that. And that was the end of that society. People just wanted to have fun, and that fun bit them in the ass.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to take responsibility and be responsible for something. No, we are not Rome. But yeah, if we keep trucking the way we are, we're going to be in ruins. And you're absolutely right, Jay. Every empire that thought that they were above everybody else has failed.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the non-shitter. What the hell's his name? North Korea. What the hell's it? Kim
Jong-un or
Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, Flu or whatever the hell his name is. So now he's always been solitary and wanting to build nukes and nuke every damn body. Now he's asking for help because they just now getting hit with the pandemic. They got 350,000 cases of COVID in a week. So now they're begging everybody else, all the people that they were threatening, now they're asking them for help. So, and guess what's going to happen? Big Brother, the United States, that's the butt of all jokes, is going to try to swoop in and save the day, right? And then after everything's settled down, we're going to be the bad guys.
We always are.
And we spend too much time trying to correct other people's countries when they need to fix what's right here.
Yep. I agree 100%, brother.
So they passed that $40 billion today. I don't know if y'all know that.
Oh, I saw it and I was fuming, brother. That pissed
that
me off.
$40 billion could have been implemented here and fix some of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but $40 billion is a lot of money.
Well, I find it funny. It's a proxy war with a country that's not really a republic or a damn democracy. And we're basically trying to promote a third world war through proxy with these people instead of fixing our own damn country. It's on the brink of collapsing and having a tragedy. I mean, so the American people, fuck them. Let's just keep spending money and giving it to everybody else.
Right. And what's crazy is you got so many people here that don't even realize what's happening. They've got their heads in the sand. They don't even know. They just think the gas is just going up. Oh, that's just normal. Gas is supposed to be that high, whatever. They don't even realize it. And I've talked to several people, and I'm like, hey, do you know this is going? Huh? What?
Yeah.
They're just completely clueless.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it with the information highway that we have available.
Because people have been conditioned to go ahead. What are you going to say?
No, I'm just saying it's willful ignorance. This past hour is as long as I get my kit, then everything's fine.
Well, I think the whole thing is that people have been conditioned to just, stay in my lane, keep my blinders on, go to work, be a good little aunt or worker bee, and come home and feed the children's, cook dinner, sit and watch, Walking Dead with my husband, and go to bed. Rinse and repeat. Don't ask questions. Don't question shit. Just do your job. And I see so many people. Hell, I got kids that do it. And it drives me freaking nuts. And now they're finally beginning to see, damn, why is this so expensive? This is the shit I've been trying to tell you for a fucking year, and you think I'm crazy. And so now all of a sudden, because it's cutting into your time and your money, and you can't ride all over fucking town and do your shit or whatever, all of a sudden now it's a fucking emergency. And I've been trying to tell you for 12 months, and you think I'm losing my shit. And here it is on your doorstep, and all of a sudden the sky's falling.
So I'm just looking it up here, and a lot of people don't realize this, but I think I'm reading this correct. So far we've sent 53 point something $billion to the Ukraine. And I'm reading something else here, and I think they've sent 60 million barrels of oil.
What?
That's what it says here. Well, it says U.S. and allies agree to release 60 million barrels of oil from the reserve in support of the Ukraine.
Stupid.
But
where are you refining it?
We're paying $200 a barrel. This was on CNN. So that's got to be true, right?
Well, CNN's the gospel. That's straight from the heavens right there.
Well, if CNN's saying 60 million, it's probably more like 160 million. You know,
Jay, spot on, brother. Tell them.
Yeah, so the fecal matter is hitting the oscillating rotator.
Yes, it is.
It is.
And it smells really bad.
Oh God.
I mean, it just to try and add some levity here. This is so depressing to see this country. It's almost laughable. And we allowed this to happen, you know, by being more concerned with who's on Dancing with the Stars and Survivor than what these 2-bit fucktards in Washington have been feeding us for years. And I mean,
what the hell is Bobby Shane saying? I'm here for the chocolate chicks. Where the chocolate chicks at? I need a big chocolate chick to rock my head. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Okay. Welcome to the show there, Bobby.
glad to have you. Chocolate chick loving and all.
Hell yeah.
Damn it, Bobby.
Bobby, you do you. So, I mean, we ought to stop sending anything to Ukraine. Period. This is not our fight. If Zelensky and Putin want to get in a damn pissing match, let them get in a pissing match. We don't need to be involved. And then, for that matter, hauling all this shit to the border, we need to stop making the border so fucking hospitable. It's not a fucking Motel 6. If you're coming all across our damn border illegally, it should be treacherous like you're going through a fucking minefield in a swamp of piranha. Period. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're spot on.
I mean, we make it like it's a fucking day walk, you know, walking to the fucking convenience store to get an orange drink. We won't build a fucking wall. We won't let our damn law enforcement do their job because God forbid one of them actually knock the living shit out of somebody who's being, you know, trying to kill somebody or, you know, a terrorist or whatever. Let's just let them all come over. Fuck it. Give them, you know, instant citizenship. All our fucking baby formula. So all the Americans, you know, their kids just start fucking dying and getting sick. You know, it'll work. That's how we'll get rid of the red voters. We'll just wipe out their whole bloodline. I mean, what kind of Jim Dandy ass backwards bullshit thinking is this?
You're not too far off in your thinking there, buddy.
Well, you know, look, there's two things always to remember. Where there's chaos, there's money to be made.
Yeah.
Where there's chaos, there's control to be given. So, I mean, it's just big ass shitstorm. I mean, it pisses me off at the fact that, you know, I'm out here working my ass off day in, day out. Several of you you're hitting the ground every single day, right? And you've been doing it through thick and thin, the good, the bad, doing what's right, being morally compassed. And the fucktards that have no values whatsoever are the ones that are succeeding in life because they're going along with the narrative, right? So, and y'all remember me telling you that story about the assisted living and all that. Some people don't want to promote themselves. They don't want to move up because they don't want to lose that freedom, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's sickening. It's absolutely sickening, and it pisses me off. So, I mean, it's just the way it is. That's the way our government wants it, and we're just going to bend over and take it. That's the way it is. So, y'all know I'm joking. Just so you know, I am joking.
I was about to say, wait a minute now. Somebody slipped you some fucking Kool-Aid while the damn screen was off.
You thought I was walking up to a fucking cliff, didn't you?
I was saying, shit, I may have to jump off right behind him and save him from this shit.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm just being that's the narrative or the action that they want you to take. And the thing is, I know it's gonna be a long, hard road, but we gotta hang on. There's always got to be some sort of hope. We got to try to keep this shit in check. We got to get active. We got to get more people listening to shit like this. I know we talk a lot of crazy shit, but if you filter through that, we do make a direct point. And it's beneficial if people actually see this stuff because a lot of people are completely out of the loop.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. More people than you think.
You think about it this way. During the election, we know there's 300 something million people. How many voted last time? 190? 180 million? No,
yeah, but now, in their defense, 120,000 of those may have been former Confederate and Union soldiers.
Well, there's that.
The ones that were alive?
Yeah, y'all just remember, if I jump off of a cliff, I'll still vote.
That's it. That's it. I'm just saying. Got to keep it real here. Keep the facts.
Oh, yeah, this is bullshit.
No, I get it. And, the one thing I have noticed, and this is like maybe a little bit of a silver lining in this dumpster fire, they're saying that the Republican turnout for early voting is like super frightening.
Yeah, guess who's going tomorrow, brother?
Hey, get them.
Hey.
But they're saying that it's up like 39%. And the wing nuts are up like 7. It's because they can't get out of bed. I mean, they're not voting against Orange Man, so.
Right.
I like hearing that, but I also hate hearing that because if that's being reported on mainstream media, that Republicans are going out and voting and, they're going to get
that
ahead.
wasn't mainstream. That wasn't mainstream media. I don't follow mainstream media because it's full of bullshit.
Right.
This was.
I was going to say.
No, this was independent or something else. I have to go back and see what it was. But
yeah,
I get what you're saying.
You get everybody. Oh yeah, and then I don't have to go out and vote because the guy down the street who I know is conservative.
Right, it's psyops. That's all it is.
Yeah,
it's psyops.
Yeah, and you're right, Saxman. I mean, it's just to push the leftist fucktards to get off their couch and go out and vote. I mean, that's the narrative if they are putting that information out there. So they're saying, "Oh, you're losing in the pre-voting. You're losing already. So get off your ass and grab a couple extra hot pockets and go out there and vote."
Well, speaking of politicians and whatnot, I actually had a politician call me themselves that was running on the ticket. And it was a female. I can't think of her name now. But she called and
careful, you'll dox yourself.
That's what I'm saying. She called and she said who she was, and she said I was doing door to door, and I wanted to start calling people because I felt like I could reach more people if I just picked up the phone and started calling people on our voter list. And so she said, no, it wasn't Jabba Abrams. There was nobody chewing chicken in the receiver while they were talking to me. So she was on the Republican ticket. And she said, what are some concerns you have that you would like to ask me directly so I can answer you? And so, of course, I asked her about the Second Amendment. I asked her about the border, some different things. And she, of course, was in lockstep with most of our beliefs here, that things are a dumpster fire and it needs to change. And she had actually been a Democrat up until Trump passed his economic policy. And she liked his economic policy so much, she switched parties.
Dr. Oz?
No.
I don't know if you. No, I'm talking to Bobby. I don't know if you want my opinion on that because my opinion is always driven by honesty. Well, fuck it. He's a joke. I'll just go ahead and throw it out there.
Yeah, you need to watch Dr. Oz. He's got ties to a lot of things that are bad news.
Yeah, so
do your research. See what he's affiliated with.
And he's got those eyebrows.
Well, yeah, he's got 2 rabid caterpillars on his head.
That's right.
And it's terrible that we have to vote on who's least worth. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the truth.
Yeah.
You kind of have to look at it and say, well, who do I distrust the least, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to really trust any politician, to be honest with you.
No, because if a politician's talking, something in that statement is a lie. I can almost guarantee it.
And you were talking about getting a phone call, and I got a direct phone call, and it wasn't a recording. It was actually somebody on the other end. Right. And they said, hey, so-and-so is going live in 15 minutes. Would you like to be added into the stream for that? And of course, I opted to do it, and I listened to the whole thing. But I mean, they're hitting the ground. It was a Republican. I mean, they're hitting the ground, and they're trying. That's the first time I ever got a call like that. So by all means, I partook in the situation.
Right.
Just to see what bullshit they were slinging, but it sounded good. Is it honest? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I honestly, I'm of the mindset now, at least for local government, because I feel that the way it's supposed to be is your local government is more important than the federal government should ever be. But the Fed has become so overreaching that they're involved in parts of our day-to-day life they should have nothing to do with.
Right.
And I'm in the mindset now that really I would prefer to vote for somebody who is lesser known or new to the scene per se. Get some new blood in there that hasn't been sucking on the government teat and trying to figure out a way to get rich and stay in power. That's just my two cents. Like when Trump was in office as the president, yeah, there was things he did that was stupid. I didn't agree with everything he did. But the thing I always liked about him, you couldn't buy him.
Right.
See, that's what pissed off all the politicians, because you couldn't buy Orange Man. You couldn't threaten him. You couldn't con him. I mean, they didn't know what to do with that. That just upset their apple cart. I mean, they were all taking Xanax.
Oh, shit. Well, crazy world.
Yeah, we've been all in the weeds tonight.
Hell yeah, we done drove off a damn cliff, climbed back up the other side, jumped back on this side. But that's fine, though. That's fine. A lot of information throughout. Oh, hell, we've been running it tonight, but
yeah.
Anyway, those of you that are watching, so we're going to do a lot more on YouTube. Rumble's kind of not producing the way that we had predicted. I've kind of found that if you're not a large name, you're really not going to get much algorithm recognition on there.
Yeah.
It's hard to get on the front page of there. You got to get millions of views and stuff like that to get on the front list. However, this one right here, I've come to find out that even if I use an alternate account, which I do, I got two YouTube accounts. The feeds on here pop up on there because one of my channels, one of my accounts is a politician, political news driven search engine that I use for YouTube. So it actually pops this live up on there. So that's a good thing. But anyway, yeah, so we've been running it for a little while, kind of going to kill it. Sax, man, we're going to lead off with you, buddy. What you got? What you want to leave them with? Hit us with some wisdom.
Oh, shit. Well, all this, the talk that we did tonight, it got kind of dark, but there is always hope. That's kind of what we got right now. I would really, really love to, for this to come forward that we could actually, trust and vote in and kind of right ship.
Yep, I agree.
That's all we can hope for. And I mean, right now, everybody endorsed. So, well, what is it? 75 out of 77 so far.
Yeah.
That's endorsed by Orange Man has made it through. So we'll see. I believe there's going to be a takeover. I got to have hope in it.
Yeah.
Just like Hillbilly said, we always got to have hope.
That's
Keep
it.
pushing forward. All right, T, hit him with it. Come on, man.
All right. Kind of following off what Saxman said, I'm a firm believer, and some of you have probably heard this saying before. The good Lord never puts something in front of you cannot overcome. It's just a matter of whether you're willing to do what needs to be done to overcome it. So, everybody keep the faith. Hope's always alive. Keep that alive. Pray. Everything's in God's hands. We're just vessels. But things are going to get rough before they get better. So buckle up, What I'll say is stay strapped, stay dangerous, and keep your family safe. Pay attention to what's going on around you. That's all I got, brother.
That's right. So y'all remember to share. I did not get to throw the description in here and everything, but just make sure y'all share the channel and all that good stuff. Let's get some people over here, get them paying attention to what's going on in the country right now. Watch your six. I know that we've all been told, by our grandparents that bad days are going to come. We were not told that they're going to come in pods like bananas, but however, just remember that no matter how many bananas in the box, eventually they will rot away and you throw them out, right? So, you like that analogy, didn't you, T? But
Yes, sir.
Anyway, y'all just keep the faith, hang on to the hope. I mean, America's been through a lot of stuff since 1776. Think about what we went through before that, and I mean, it's just been a lot of trivial situations. But we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. You just gotta hang on. But other than that, that's all I got. Y'all stay safe. Watch your backs, and fuck the fuel prices. See y'all later.